Alright, so I realized that if I wanted to start doing YouTube, I would have to actually turn my camera on. So I turned the camera on. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna talk about, but hey, we here. Hi, hello. I finally have a name for this channel, Peanut Flavored Butter. It sounds a little crazy, but it's just peanut butter. I like peanut butter. That's it. Hi. How you doing? You doing good? Type shit, type shit. To be honest with y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy how I would have so much on my mind, like doing some other shit, like playing the game, cooking food maybe or something like that. But the moment I actually like want to talk about something, I have nothing to say. It's probably because I'm like camera shy or some dumb shit. I don't know, but I don't know what to talk about. Yeah. So I'm gonna just tell you some shit that I've been doing lately. Honestly, I don't know what else to do. Um, so I have a friend who speaks French, and I wanted to learn how to speak French so that I can talk to him and his parents better. A Was it a couple years ago? I want to say like almost 2 years ago. I think. Actually, I can just go look at the Instagram post. Mid last year, my friend came down to come visit me and my other friend, and we had a wonderful day. All we did was go to a Chinese buffet and go gain 20 pounds. The language barrier between me and his parents, it was like here and then here. It was horrible, you know? So I thought that it would be cool to learn at least a little bit of French to be able to speak to them better, so that we can actually like plan some stuff. Mainly his father, because like his father, like he did not know a lick of English. His mom, she was a little well versed, but it could always be better, of course, especially when learning especially when learning a new language. Don't mind my low key sloppy handwriting, but just this is just the beginning, so don't fry me. But yeah, this is just a little bit of the shit. So far, I'm just learning common phrases and pretty much how to be polite. I'll be honest with y'all though, this shit hella confusing. Either it's confusing or I'm stupid. I have a lot to learn. I should be practicing right now, but I wanted to actually post on the YouTube channel I started. The other thing I've been doing is I recently started reading Naruto again, and I'm actually going to finish it this time. I started it back in COVID, got bored of it because no, I started watching the anime before COVID, and I quit halfway through Shippuden, specifically when Jiraiya died. Oh shit, spoiler. Well, no, that shit been out for like how many years now? I don't know, but yes, Jiraiya died. My cousin, he was huge into Naruto. Pause. I wanted to start watching it because he liked Naruto. And me and him were always playing Naruto games anyway, so might as well actually watch the anime. I asked him for too many spoilers, which ruined the show for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I quit watching the show and never touched it since. But I would continue playing the Naruto game. So now I would watch it, but I'm so inconsistent when it comes to watching anime. Like, don't get it wrong, I'm a really big anime fan, but when it comes to watching anime, absolutely not. I can watch like maybe 5 episodes straight, but occasionally, for example, a couple of months ago, I watched the case study of Vanitas. I watched the whole first season in one night. That's prime COVID me. A nigga like me can't do that shit ever again, probably. To be honest, I do have a very, very deep love for vampires, so that's I was gonna watch it anyway. I recently started reading Naruto, and I can be consistent with manga. Like, for example, I read Bleach in like 4 months. It might sound like a long time to y'all, but for me, reading a whole story in 4 months, that's outlandish. But I did it, and I loved it, every single bit of it. I love Bleach. So I know I can be consistent with Naruto. I was going to do a challenge because this year I wanted to learn how to draw. I've been drawing my whole entire life, specifically graffiti. I love graffiti since I was like a toddler. I love graffiti. My dad, he's big into calligraphy also, so it just passed down to me, but into graffiti. But I've always wanted to learn how to draw traditionally and how to draw pretty much anything I want to. Growing up, I have always been a Naruto fan. Watching it since I was a kid, watching Shippuden as a teenager or a young teen, I guess you can say. And now that I'm an adult, I'm going to be touching back to my roots, I guess you can say. So I was going to do a challenge for myself, I was going to make a challenge for myself. Learn how to draw this year, but to do so, I was going to read Naruto, and before I read on to the next chapter, I have to draw one thing from the previous chapter before I move on. For my birthday, which was the 3rd, by the way, my family gave me some money, and I bought a new sketchbook, and I bought a new pencil. By the time I'm done reading Naruto, I should have pretty much this whole book should be filled up with either practice, Naruto, or whatever else I feel like drawing. I don't know. But so far, I need some work. Obviously, oh my goodness. For someone who has little to no idea how to draw, which is strange because I've been doing graffiti my whole life, you would think I can like just pick up on some things, but no. Graffiti and drawing, although they're very similar, there's still a difference. So far, all I have is this picture of Naruto in the beginning of the story. It's not bad for a beginner. It's honestly, in my opinion, really good. Even though I just copied it from the manga, it's still really good. Copying is still drawing. Just don't claim it's yours. One day in the future, I'll be able to like go find a pose, draw the pose itself, and then put a Naruto character over top of that pose. That's later in the future though. That's the goal. I want to be able to go out, take a picture, and if someone's in the picture, draw their pose as someone from Naruto. That would be awesome. And then, oh man, I'm going to show y'all the manga panel first, but before I show y'all my attempt of drawing it. And holy shit, it's horrible. Okay, it's not. I am a beginner. I am a beginner, so I can't really call it horrible because it's expected from a beginner. But holy shit. Okay, so the panel is Rock Lee challenging Sasuke to a little battle before the Chunin exams. I was going to draw Rock Lee doing the pose that he's doing right here. There you go. I was going to draw this. When you're learning how to draw, or learning how to do art in general, you have to learn how to do art. You have to learn how to draw. Which also means you have to learn anatomy. Which also means you have to learn how to draw hands and feet. Which also means you have to learn how to draw anatomy. I don't even want to show y'all this. It's so, once again, I am a beginner. But, oh my goodness. Y'all see that? I don't know. You can see, my little note right there. Practice hands and feet. I gave up halfway through drawing the feet. And then the hand, I just, stopped at the thumb. But then I erased it because I was self-conscious about it. But, yeah. I need some work. Practice makes perfect. I just have to practice, Once again, the goal, or one of the goals, is to be able to draw a pose and then put a Naruto character on top of that pose. Or maybe one day, just off the top of my head, hey, I feel like drawing Kakashi today. And then I just do a quick little sketch of him. Dude, drawing hands and feet, it's hard. Not even going to lie, it's hard. It really is. Oh, this sun is bright, yo. Oh my goodness. Let me like scoot in a little bit. Sorry about that. But it is hard. I I've had a deep respect for artists already, just from me doing graffiti pretty much my whole life, but now that respect has skyrocketed, you know? Like, this shit is not for the weak. And I'm weak as hell. Not to say that I expect it to be Picasso my first time, drawing traditional art. Is that even traditional? Am I using that word right when it comes to art? I don't know. Whatever that was, I expected to do better than what I did for someone who has been doing graffiti their whole life. But, it's once again, I'm just a beginner, so I can't really expect too much or be mad at myself for doing not as good as I wanted to do. Just need practice. I don't know what else to talk about, but that's just what I've been doing the past month of February at least. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. That's all that's been going on. That's all I'm going to talk about. If you watch this video, even for 10 seconds, I appreciate you. Thank you. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. And there's something in my eye. Damn it. I guess I'll catch our next video, whenever that will be. So, bye.